think this team is a very solid pitching staff. It's got a lot of depth in there. Have some guys returning from last year that did very well. And you take some of our new guys and add that to it. I think, again, you get some depth and you get some quality pitching. I think from an experience standpoint, that's probably our strongest asset. I think offensively, defensively, we've got some very good players. Some of them unproven. You know, we had a large class last year that left, but feel good with our offensive guys. But I think if I looked at it on paper, pitching would be our top strength. Well, I think you take Travis Dean, who's coming off injury last year, Steven Janis, who was injured last year. Both those guys are back. Alan Busnitz, who was injured last year, James Cannell, and all those guys are back. So, and had good years for us last year. So when you combine those guys with a couple of our new guys, Will Solomon, Jordan Hillier, Kendall Hawkins, I mean, it's kind of a good mix, a good balance in classes. You see some seniors, you see some juniors, you see some freshmen in there. So I think you got some balance and depth. Well, of course, Peyton Hart is captain for us, and Peyton is going to be at third and short this year. Had a very good year last year, and we expect a lot out of him. Andy Almonte, preseason All-A Sun players, back at second base. I think in the outfield, Jacob Bruce returns, Max Pentecost behind the plate, and then Chris McGowan, who also will see some time at first base and in the outfield. And then our newcomer, Bo Way, who has been playing center field for us this fall, Alex LaCory, an outfielder, Cody Belcher, an outfielder. That all those guys have really done well. So we got some depth. We feel like in the outfield, it's been a improved area of play for us defensively the last couple of years. We think defensively in the infield has improved. So when you combine some good pitching with defense, I feel like you got a pretty good shot. Well, first, Kevin Arminio, our pitching coach, went to assistant head coach, and Kevin's done a great job with our whole team, not just the pitching staff. And so the fact that we got I'll back up a little bit, a new strength coach, and John Patrick has alleviated some of what Kevin was doing, which has been able to put his focus more on the team, more on practices, improving our players. So that's been a great addition to our program. Derek Simmons, who was our volunteer to start the year, came in and got promoted to our hitting coach and has really done a great job there. Our guys liked him from the beginning. I think he's knowledgeable from an offensive standpoint, and he's fit in well. And it was an easy transition with him already being in place, so that's worked out. And then Trey Fowler. Trey came in at the end of the fall. He's got 8 years of college coaching experience as our volunteer. Brings a lot to me in terms of an administration, strategy guy. So our staff's in place. I'm very happy with them. They're doing a great job. They're anxious, as are our players, to get started. And so we feel like we've got everything in place. We just got to get going. We think it's, the fact that we play every Division I school in the state is a plus. It brings a lot of people on our campus. It draws a lot of interest. So I think that's a plus. We bring in some ACC schools, SEC in the past. I mean, we've got Auburn comes here, Georgia comes here. But we feel like we have a very good home schedule that not only brings a lot of people here, but a lot of home games. And I think that'll be a plus for our players during some of them in this transition period, whether from high school to college or junior college to 4-year. All those things come into play, and the fact that we're going to be home quite a bit early in the season, I think will help us out. I think ASUN baseball is a premier sport in this conference. I mean, I think it's strong. I think the media handles, follows us very well. I think you look at the draft guys that come out of our conference, the teams that come out of here. So I think it's a great conference, and I think you'll see some exciting play again this year with some great players in this conference.